Is your business pootling along instead of firing on all cylinders? Are you feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and frustrated? Do your dreams of financial freedom feel a long way off? Then this is the podcast for you. Little Voice, Big Business, with your host, Nadia Finer.
Hello and welcome to Little Voice, Big Business. With me, Nadia Finer, and I've got a special guest.
Me!
Jacob's back. Jacob is on the podcast. You lot have been asking when he's coming back, and I've resisted. I tried to keep him quiet, but to no avail. He's back. So you've got 2 for the price of 1 today, and
bargain.
Yeah, bargain. And what are we going to be talking about today, Jacob?
First of all, Jessie, if you're in heaven.
Oh yeah, we've got news. Hang on, they don't know. We've got news about Jessie the cat. I'm afraid on Friday.
She's been on this podcast before.
She has, but unfortunately she's not going to be on this podcast again because on Friday she got run over. And
how sad is that to those pathetic drivers out there?
Oi, stop it. I'm very sad about it, and Jacob seems angry. We're sad, so there's not going to be any more Jessie on this podcast, so you're just going to have to make do with me and him occasionally.
And this will make up for it. So, she's in this contest thing.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am in a contest.
And
it's called the New Media Europe Award. Thanks for bringing that up, Jacob. I'm going on Saturday night to the awards ceremony because many of you have voted for me, so thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. I've been nominated in the final for the Audience Appreciation Award and the Influencer 2016 Award. So thank you very much for voting for me. I will keep you posted. I'm not sure I'm holding out a huge amount of hope for winning, but it's nice to be in the final, so thank you.
Presenting the award for favorite returning male character is Mackenzie.
This is my category. Oh my God! Did you get your Grace Loser face? Yep.
And we're going to have a little contest.
Oh yeah, Jacob's been wanting to make this podcast for ages. Jacob wants to do a contest.
Basically, after this video, you're going to... Podcast thing. Yeah, I keep on watching YouTube. After this podcast, you're going to go to iTunes, write a review, and then...
Not of just any podcast, though. We need them to write a review of this podcast.
Yes. And then...
You need to go onto iTunes, tell the people of the world what you think about Little Voice Big Business and leave a review and a rating if possible. If you can go onto iTunes and rate and review Little Voice Big Business, that would be fab. Then send me an email at nadia@nadiafiner.com and let me know that you've done it so I have your email address. And then I will put you in a prize draw and everyone who leaves a review will be in with a chance of winning. Quick, think of a prize.
A free podcast!
A podcast is free, so we're not going to do that. Think of another idea.
A free coaching session!
Yay, with me! So if you leave a review...
Whoever does the best review.
The best review. I'm not quite sure what the rules are.
And then you can vote.
I'm not quite sure what the rules are about that, but I think as long
We're going to look at all your reviews, basically, and then we're going to decide the best one.
Or we'll pick them out of a hat. So it's like basically being in a prize draw. I'm not sure you're allowed to bribe people into leaving a review because iTunes might get cross. We don't want that to happen.
iTunes don't have feelings.
It says no.
Well, iTunes itself doesn't have feelings, but maybe the people...
It's just an eye with a circle.
Yeah, that's true. There may be people who work there, though. What do you think about that?
It's an app. Give it up.
Okay, it's an episode. What else are we going to discuss today? Well, I think we should talk about competitions, seeing as we've just announced a competition and we've talked about the fact that I have been in a competition. Don't sniff on the podcast. Disgusting. Rein in the bodily functions. Ugh. When was the last time you entered a competition?
Look no further.
Well, Jacob enters lots of competitions. Competitions are a really great way to raise your profile, and yet many of us wouldn't even consider entering a competition because we think we've got no chance of winning. However, I do think even the very fact that you've entered, even getting shortlisted for something is really good for your credibility. So I say enter away, even if it's not something you've tried before.
It's better to fail than not try at all.
Thank you, Jacob, that's true. You've got to be in it to win it. Can we think of any more cliches?
I just said one. Believe to receive.
That's a good one. To believe to receive.
A big trophy.
Yeah, we want... Okay, good. Believe to receive a big trophy.
A massive trophy.
Okay, so we've gone from discussing the unfortunate death of lovely Jessie Bubs, our cat.
But now we're going to get a Shih Tzu.
That's what you were saying. We are considering getting a dog.
How much is that dog in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that dog in the window? I do hope that dog is for sale.
What was
Dog.
a doggy? We've started to research different breeds and we're thinking about
A
something.
Conker Spaniel.
A Conker Spaniel? I think we need a
A cockapoo.
cockapoo or a...
Cockapoo.
We basically need a dog with either shit or poo in the name.
The one with the waggly
Okay,
tail.
look, we need to focus. Right, we were talking about competition.
If someone says, oh, you're not going to win this, don't listen to them.
That's very good advice, Jacob. I don't think we should listen to them.
Because they are wrong.
They are
You
wrong.
have every chance than anyone else.
That is a very good point and very wise, thank you. I also want to talk to you about something else, connected. And I think it's something that Jacob has been teaching me a lot about. It's a call to action. So when you're communicating with your people...
Don't get aggro.
No, not about getting aggro. The point is that when you're writing a blog or creating a podcast or doing a video, you want people to take action at the end. Now, Jacob, you watch a lot of YouTube videos about people collecting football cards.
No, I don't. That was old.
No, what is it?
FIFA and football skills.
FIFA and football skills.
And challenges.
And what's the kind of thing they say at the end of the videos?
Subscribe.
Give a proper example what they say.
Subscribe if you do, and leave a like in the description down below.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing. Can you think of any others that they say?
Well, if they're doing a contest, they'll say, vote, vote, vote.
Yeah, they do. So, I think sometimes we can be...
Think about it that you're showing to your blog to the Queen. Whatever.
So we're telling people what we want them to do and hoping therefore that they do it. And you can be sure though, if you don't tell people what you want them to do, they're not going to do it.
And no bad attitude like saying not to watch other people's videos.
Yeah, that's mean. Don't do that.
Otherwise you'll become a bully.
Yeah, don't slag anybody off. I don't think the listeners of Little Voice Big Business tend to do things like that. We're a nice bunch. We're very polite.
Have you met them all in person before?
I haven't met everyone in person, but I
Then how do you know?
I can't be 100% sure, but I think that on the whole, the impression I get from people and the messages is that we're a
10 out of 10.
very polite bunch. Not as
Do you have any French clients?
Yeah, I've got people all around the world. Today I spoke to someone in Mauritius, Sweden.
Morocco.
Not Morocco, Mauritius.
Liverpool.
That's in England.
I'm from Liverpool.
That's a very good impression of...
Shut up.
Oh, that's someone from Essex?
No way.
Oh dear.
Shut up.
It's getting out of hand. We've gone into impressions. What we're going to say then is the call to action at the end.
I don't know.
Stop doing impressions.
Jamie Carragher's voice.
No one knows.
I don't know.
Nobody knows who Jamie Carragher is.
Ex-Liverpool player. Not
Okay.
very good.
Okay, right, stop.
Played in Soccer Aid
We're going to get into trouble.
at Old Trafford.
Okay, so let's think of a call to action. What do we want people who are listening to this to do?
We want you to make a good review.
You sound like you're threatening them.
A very good review.
You can't do that. You could just say to people, if you like listening to Little Voice Big Business,
Watch them again and again and again and again and again 500 hours later. Again.
okay, thanks, Jacob. On a normal day, let's assume that you enjoy listening to Little Voice Big Business. Head over to iTunes, leave us a review. If you want Jacob to be in it again, let me know. Leave it in.
I bet you all will.
You I think Jacob might need to set up his own podcast. One about.
That'll be more popular than hers.
Oi, so...
Can tell you that.
Thank you so much for tuning in. It will be.
We're not done yet.
We are.
It's a never-ending podcast.
Oh my god.
All day again, all night, all day again. Remember about the contest. Vote now. The voting was opened ages ago. If you haven't voted for Little Voice Big Business, do it now.
Thank you so much.
No.
All right, thank you, Jacob.
No.
That's enough. Stop it.
Ow.
Thank you very much for tuning in. It will be.
Watch my podcast more than hers.
You don't watch a podcast, you listen to it.
I've got so much to learn.
Thank goodness.
Not.
All right, bye everyone. Bye.
Little Voice Big Business.